We're back now with a story that I found incredibly upsetting this morning, but sadly, probably not all that surprising. Facebook has known for 2 years the harmful effects its Instagram platform was having on impressionable teenage girls and did nothing. According to a report in the Wall Street Journal, the social media giant conducted its own research and shared with its executives finding that for 1 in 3 girls, Instagram contributes to anxiety, depression and body image issues. Now, I do believe there are positives about this platform, but as for the dangerous diets and lifestyle choices spruiked by influencers with no qualifications, it is shameful. They did the research. They kept it quiet. How is that not criminal? A few years ago, I met a young girl, Ashley Thomas, while filming with 60 Minutes. She religiously followed some of these dangerous diets on Instagram and nearly lost her life for it. It's because of girls like her that these tech giants have a responsibility.
When I became quite thin, I got more "you look amazings" than ever. I got more likes, more followers. People were applauding my behaviour, and I thought I was taking control of the one thing in my life that I could. But yeah, I just took it to extremes.
And I'm pleased to say that she joins us now from Tweed Heads alongside psychology researcher at the University of New South Wales, Dr. Jasmine Faduli in Sydney. Nice to see both of you this morning, and nice to talk to you again, Ash. To hear Instagram has known how damaging it is to young girls' mental health for so long, what's your immediate reaction to that? Hang on, we're having issues there. We're having issues there with your audio, Ash. We'll come back to you in a moment. Jasmine, if I can just go to you as an expert on this. I mean, not only did Facebook hide its findings, they've actively downplayed its impact. Just talk to me about how damaging that is for young girls.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing research on the impact of Instagram and social media for a while. So I think that, these platforms have known that there's potential for harm for more than 2 years. They do a lot of internal research. We have no idea what research they do and what they find. And I think that there does need to be more transparency about what they're looking into and the potentially harmful impacts that it may be having. And really, they have a lot of power to make the platform a more positive experience for young people. And now that this awareness is there, I think there'll be more pressure on them to actually change things.
I mean, I can't believe they haven't acted on this. If they, they were doing the research, which means they probably suspected there was a drama, there was a problem with this. Ash, I'm hoping you can hear me again and just explain to me your reaction to hearing this news this morning.
It was honestly not surprising. I believe Instagram and Facebook have a lot to answer for, and they have for so many years, and yet this has all of a sudden come out, and I don't get why. It has, because I feel like we all have known for so long that this has been going on and nobody has done anything about it. It's disgusting. It's appalling that these guys are business owners. People have families, they have daughters, sisters, brothers, and yet nobody's doing anything about it. And they're affecting our young people. Our young people are hurting and are exposed to this day in and day out, and yet they can still go to sleep at night knowing that they're causing this. And
I know you, when you were in the grips of this, you weren't sleeping at night, you were staying on Instagram all night looking at this stuff, and you've got a beautiful family around you. There was a period there where they could do nothing to help you, and we've chosen not to show it this morning, but I remember very vividly your parents trying to force feed you. Just give us a bit of an idea of how sick you got and what was going on inside your head at that time.
Yeah, I got very, very sick. I got down to 39 kilograms. And for me, that was my end. I had nowhere else to go, and if the best way to explain it was I was numb. I was existing, and it all came from this desire to just be enough, for my body to be enough, to be loved, to be wanted. And social media provided that platform where you could be liked, where you could be followed. And once you start on social media, you lose control. It's not something that you can be in control of. It becomes in control of you, and that it's all about beauty and that vanity and wanting to fit into that. And I think I realised following influencers and getting the likes and getting the followers, that was kind of making me feel good, but at the same time, it was making me feel like I wasn't enough. And because you're constantly comparing yourself to everyone on there, but comparing yourself to filtered people and to fake realities. And sometimes we accept that as okay, and I just think it's wrong.
Jasmine, I mean, is Ash's story there unique? Are you hearing similar stories?
Yeah, and no, this is quite a common experience that people have, and it is on a spectrum. So, you know, social media doesn't have the same impact on everybody. It really depends how you use the platform. But you know, looking at idealized images and influence is a very common experience for young people. And looking and making comparisons, as Ash said, is a real key to why these platforms can be harmful. And so I think that it can be triggering, but I think it also can trigger pre-existing concerns that people have. So it certainly can make people feel worse, but it's also, I think, influenced by people's experiences and thoughts offline as well. But it definitely can be quite a toxic environment for young people, especially because there are algorithms within Instagram that show you more of the same content that you're already looking at. So if you are looking at influencers and ideal images, then you're just going to be recommended more and more and more of that content. So although it is in your control, there are aspects that are not. I think that's where the harm can really come from.
That makes my blood boil when I hear that. And Ash, look, you know, you and I, we talk quite regularly. I was on the phone to your mum, Kendall, last week. You're going really, really well. You're so strong and you put it so eloquently. And I love that you're working really hard in this space to spread your message. You're an inspiring young girl, Ash, and just remind yourself of that every day, hey?
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything and being able to share this and to start these conversations. It's what needs to be had, because at the end of the day, yeah, sure, these businesses have an input, but we also control what we view and how we view it. So as long as we start the conversation and make conversations like this valuable, I think that we're all stepping in the right direction to make change.
Well said, beautiful girl. You look after yourself. And the Secret Burden, that's the group that Ash has started and that you can research. Yeah, it's basically a support network. She's a wonderful, wonderful human being.
That's the best articulation of this issue from those two that I've ever heard. And these issues with Facebook need to be addressed. And what she was saying then about, you know, the stuff that, like, I look up camping stuff, right? Yeah. And then it just fills your whole pages with, and fortunately that's obviously not going to lead to a problem except an excessive bill for me.
And you hate the outdoors, so you're fine.
That's it. But when it's personal like that, it really feeds into
damaging.
The problem.
Yeah.
Like.
And these girls are staying up late at night, like late at night, and that's their world, and that's all they're seeing.
A really brilliant interview. Well done, Ali. Well.